So Shanila has already explained you about this research and the author of this research and the different styles of decision makers or the different approaches of decision makers. And this research has divided the decision makers in 5 broad categories. They are charismatics, thinkers, skeptics, followers, and controllers. I will be covering that how we can persuade them or influence them or make them agree to our arguments, or when we are going to present our proposal, then how we interact them so that they will be agree to our points. So at first we are having charismatics. So in order to influence charismatic to arguments, you need to provide them simple and straightforward arguments. There is no need to provide them this and that. Provide them the simple and straight argument that this is the project, this is I am going to present, this is my idea, and this will be the pros and cons of this. If we will use visual aids like video or anything else that we can present them with the help of laptop or projector, then this will be an added advantage in order to influence them. They also want the most critical information. So when we are going to start our conversations, to provide them the most critical information. So this will be an added advantage, and this will work as the first impression. Like we say that first impression is the last impression. In the same manner, they also like the critical information at the first stage or in the initial stage. Buzzwords that we can use to influence them in our presentation or in our conversation are results, proven facts, actions, show, watch, look, bright, easy, clear, and focus. Now we are having thinkers. So thinkers are the analytical people. We need to provide them exact things as they are. So at first what we need to do is that openly communicate to your worries and concern about your proposal. That is, you must provide them that, sir, these are the positives or the pros and cons of my project. Most possibly we can face certain risks which are as follows, but you can provide them that, sir, we can mitigate these risks by this and this. So, but you need to provide them in order to gain their trust, because they like to know the risk that they are going to face in future if you will accept your proposal. Give them ample space and time so that they can take decision or come to a conclusion. We are not required to provide our own conclusion. They will find out their own conclusion and they will be happy if we will not help them in drawing conclusion. They will respect you if you will do so. So refrain from providing them your own conclusion, as well as provide them appropriate space and time so that they can make their own conclusion. The buzzwords you can use to influence them are quality, academic, think, numbers, make sense, intelligent, plan, expert, and proof. Now we are having skeptics. Skeptics are demanding, disagreeable, antisocial, and take charge people. So in order to influence them, we need to be credible as much as possible. Provide them credible information. There is no need to provide them uncredible information because they will not like it. Trust people who are similar to them. The most important quality through which you can win of skeptics is that they trust people who are similar to them, or they have gone to the same university, they have studied, or they work in the same company earlier, or they know each other. So try to send the pupil who already knows them earlier, who are from the same university, who has worked with them in the past. So they will rely more on that, on those people, as well as they don't like being helped. You are not supposed to help them because they don't like it. And if you find that it is required to help them at that point, so don't provide them help in a direct way. Help them in an indirect way so that they will not understand, and as well as they will buzzwords you can use to influence them in our presentation are feel, grasp, power, action, suspect, trust, agreeable, demand, and disrupt. Now we are having followers. So followers are active, innovative, expedite, and risk-averse executive. So we need to consider following points while interacting them. Number one is focus on proven methods. The old or the earlier proven methods we can focus on them. If we will focus on them, then they will naturally rely on that because these are the proven methods. They also rely on the references and testimony. And if you will provide references and testimonials, then those are the biggest persuading factors of followers. You can provide them past examples or any other example that are common to them, or they have seen it before, because these people agree to them easily. Because if you will try to relate that these are the examples and my proposal is like this and that, this is related to this and this is related to this, and if they will be able to relate, then it is more, then chances are more that your project will be accepted or your proposal will be accepted. Buzzwords you can use to influence them are innovative, expedite, swift, bright, just like before, expertise, similar to previous, what works, and old way. Now we are having controllers, and controllers are logical, unemotional, analytical, and detail-oriented person. So they want following points, or you can focus on the following points in order to persuade them. At first, if you will be able to overcome their fears, then there will be no problem at all. Because they have some internal fears that their money might not be lost, or this project will not be a crap for their company. So you need to overcome their internal fears, you need to self-assess that fears, then you need to overcome that fear. Your arguments needs to be structured, linear, and credible, because they are the analytical people and logical, so they like the structured, linear, and credible information, as well as they like the simple information. If you will provide the simple information you will need, you are not required to information set this and that. You just provide, this is the information, this is our project, and this is what we are going to do. The buzzwords you can use to influence them are facts, reason, logic, power, handle, physical, grab, keep them honest, make them pay, and just do it. So chances are more that they will accept your proposal. Now we come to a conclusion of this research. There are 5 approaches or styles of decision making. Each type of decision makers have different behaviors. Different decision makers seek different arguments for the same proposal, or we can say that they seek arguments structured in different manner. You might be providing the same arguments, but they must be structured in different manner. Managers must try, or whatever the person who is going to them must try to identify their style of decision making. After analyzing or identifying the style of decision making, that this manager is skeptics, so you will be able to persuade them by the point that I have provided you in the previous slides. Thank you. Have a nice day.